Welcome back to another episode of the Monetizing Mompreneur podcast. I'm your host, Linda Mendable, and today I am excited to share a conversation with someone who truly understands the heart, the grit, and the real life juggling act behind building a business as a mom. Today's guest is Teri, an operations strategist and founder of Terry Lynn Co. She's a single mom of 5, a systems queen, and a woman who has mastered the art of helping entrepreneurs simplify, breathe, and build businesses that actually support their lives, not compete with them. Her journey is powerful, her wisdom is practical, and her approach, operations with heart, is something every mompreneur needs to hear. I had a great time with Teri, and I think you'll enjoy this episode. So grab your beverage of choice. Mine currently is a big jug of water with a tiny bit of baking soda, some mineral salt, and some ginger. Oh yeah, I'm trying to cut back on the lattes. Take a deep breath, and let's dive into this beautiful, honest conversation with Teri.
Mompreneurs, it's not business, baby. It's business and babies. Whether you're rocking the carpool line, building your business during nap time, or dreaming big after bedtime, we've got the tools, tips, and strategies to help you grow your business. Grab a snack, your headphones, and enjoy this time with us, because mom life and boss life deserve balance.
Teri is an operations strategist and the founder of Terry Lynn Co., where she helps women entrepreneurs simplify systems, reclaim their time, and scale with confidence. Drawing on years of experience in business management and launch support, she specializes in transforming overwhelm into order with her signature operations with heart approach. As a single mom of 5, Teri brings both professional expertise and real-life perspective, equipping women to create businesses that thrive in every season. Teri, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm super happy to be here.
Yes, I'm super happy that you're here, and you are one of our Monetizing Mompreneurs panelists and speakers, so welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, it's exciting. It's fun. It's fun to combine these two worlds.
Yeah, so how did you stumble on into building systems and helping women entrepreneurs?
I am the mom of 5 kids, 2 biological, 3 adopted. And I was married for 20 years and then became a single mom. So during that time period, I stayed at home, but I also ran little businesses on the side. When I became a single mom, my background was accounting. That is what my degree is in. So I basically had to start something. And so I started doing bookkeeping. And as happens when clients started, trust is a big part of business. They'd be like, oh, can you do this? And in my mind, I was like, I have no idea, but I'm going to figure it out. And so that's how the business grew. Just keep working with women, starting with virtual assistants stuff, and now doing operations for them. So it's just been a process of growth and just seeing what women need in different parts of their lives.
Yes, absolutely. So tell us about your approach. So you have the strategies or simplify strategies with heart. I think I butchered that, but
that's okay. Yeah. So, I want to be a person who works with women with operations and also sees that women are women. And I feel like women are carrying a lot of roles in life, and we're trying to do them all to the best of our ability. But the truth is, sometimes one part of our life has to be taken care of before the other part does. So when you're talking about operations, it's about building systems with entrepreneurs that gives them some leeway when life happens in the middle, because that is the reality of being a mom, is that things happen, and to have things too tightly wound in a business doesn't allow us to have flexibility. And I think coming behind women, and strategy is my greatest strength. And so I can see from a bird's eye view a business and pick out oh, maybe this works or this doesn't work, or let's build this a different way. And then at the same time, I'm passionate about letting women, they need space and time to be a mom, because that is a job that basically you kind of work your way out of eventually to a point, but you really need flexibility in there. And I think that's what systems, if we don't have systems, we're always overwhelmed and can't figure out where we're going to the next place.
Yes, absolutely. Like I can't run without my systems or automations and have something working behind the scenes in order to make my business work for me instead of against me. What would you say is like your favorite part, or what do you see yourself like doing the most when it comes to, helping women entrepreneurs? What type of systems do you see that we must have?
So I think to start with, every business needs good customer service. So it's a system of setting that up every day. It's a systems of, if you're doing a big launch, which I mean, people are always launching. I'm always helping people launch summits or online courses or so many different things. You have to be able to delegate on the other side to help with the stuff that's happening day to day when you're doing the big things. Um, so, so I feel like it's about looking at the chart of your business and being like, what's coming up? What do I need help with? I can't do it all myself. And then figuring out who's going to do what, and holding people accountable, because that's the other part is. And then on the flip side is in the home, like holding children accountable. And if you have a significant other accountable, because sometimes in business, you just need extra help on the outside to keep moving on the inside.
I feel like as women, we don't really talk about kind of like this extra help that we do need. Like there are moments that you're like, I just need help. I just need some extra hours. I just need, someone to, help me with the kids with dinner and like, and all that. And let me knock out some stuff to get me a little bit more ahead, right? What systems has helped you? Like, for instance, for me, one of the things that I've put in place, especially when it comes to marketing, is marketing with my podcast. And I use an app called Missing Letter. I always rave about it because it develops a 12-month campaign. So I do one blog post and it's just posting it all the time and I don't got to think about it. Sometimes I do feel like, oh my gosh, are people going to get sick of me? But you know what? It's better out. It's better
Yeah.
out there, right? I feel like we're too much into like this whole perfectionism and having things perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing is like, it's better to just be brave and put something out there than to keep spinning around the same concept, because the truth is we're all human out there, and it feels so much better like seeing people online or wherever you're with people and know they're real. So I think for me, the way I run my days is I keep everything on my calendar that I have. But then at the beginning of the day, and this might sound crazy, but literally for me, it is a sticky note writing all the hours of the day that I'm going to work. And each of those hours is filled with a certain client's name or a certain task or my business. And I really run my day that way. I just like, to me, like physically writing it down, but I also have systems in place online. But there's something about breaking the day down, knowing how many hours I have, and then putting in the priority clients for that day. And, at the end of the day, it feels like you've accomplished something, even though the list is long, there's still. And then I think also being like, I can't do all this. So I need to hire another team member or whatever to keep the business going forward. So I really am about, like, my brain works on a calendar and a time basis. So for me to physically see that is the way I manage my days.
Yeah, samesies. I have lists upon lists upon lists. I even have kind of like this whole thing on my desk just to see my calendar for the day, what meetings I have, because it can get overwhelming that you just don't want to
Mhm.
do nothing if you don't prioritize things or deadlines. Like there's a deadline for each day. There's something I have to accomplish each day, or that day is not really that successful for me. In order for me to get to where I need to get to, right? So I try to break it down just like you do. So tell us about your frazzled to focused audio reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, your free offer, right? So if you get the free ticket for the Monetizing Mompreneur Summit, people get access to this, correct?
Yeah. Yep. So one of the things that I've learned as a woman is that we can spend a lot of time in our day feeling like we're not enough. And so this is just a recorded audio, like you can listen to it when you're folding clothes, when you're making, I saw your cup, when you're making coffee, when you're unloading the dishwasher, whatever. I just want to feed life into women. And that is me just talking them through some steps of like how to feel like we're all doing this. It's all hard to balance all this. So it's just really helping. I just want to feed life through words into women. So that's what that audio reset is basically I need a timeout because we all are like, oh my gosh, I need a timeout. I cannot, like, we just need a timeout sometimes. And then it's just like a little kid, right? Like sometimes they just have to have some time to chill out. And so do we. So that is my free offer in this. It's just audio of me just walking you through a couple minutes of resetting.
I think those are powerful. I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, words are powerful. There's been tests upon tests. This has been scientifically proven that words can alter our reality in the sense of, if you've seen that experiment with the rice,
Mhm.
fermented rice, one was spoken negative words towards, the other one was positive. One
Mhm.
was looking great and looking
Mhm.
juicy. The other was looking horrible,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Right?
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so there was this one woman that said that when she was speaking those bad words to that rice, she also felt bad. So I think
Mhm.
it's kind of like we have to be really mindful of the words that we're using to others, to ourselves, and we have to speak life into ourselves. Like, I feel like that's what we need to do on a constant basis because, there's always going to be those negative Nancy's, there's always going to be those negative chats, and you are your best cheerleader for you, right? Of course, God got your back. But,
Right.
in the sense of like,
Yep.
we can't do it all, but we can't do it all. We need help. We need systems, right? Like
Yeah.
doing it all means having help, right? Let's be real.
Oh, I know. And I think that when I was younger, a younger mom, like that was really hard for me to ask for. So I think it matters asking for that.
Yeah, it was really hard for me too. And then I remember I went to a period that I did start asking for more help. But let me tell you, sometimes people don't want to help. And, and so that's why you got to
Mhm.
figure out your own stuff. I had to figure out kind of like if I had like a big client come in, that required most of my time, I kind of like looked up kind of like these child facilities because my kids were like not in school
Mhm.
during the time. And I would look at, okay, they can have the kids for 3 hours and it won't be that expensive. And so I factored that into my business operating costs, right? So, I
Mhm.
mean, I think sometimes we have to be really resourceful, especially when we're in the beginning of our business. We have to see what works, what doesn't. And I think lists and writing things down helps
Mhm.
us do that, right?
Yeah, I totally agree. And yeah, I think like asking for help, whatever help looks like what you're saying, help looks different ways to different people. And so I think it's being open to whatever because you have to have the time to do your business. But that is also different in different seasons of your life too, as a mom.
And speaking of seasons,
Yeah.
your VIP offer is Frazzled Female Founder Workshop, Designing a Business that Fits Your Season. Can you tell us a little bit about your VIP offer? Now, this one is juicy. You'll have Terry's link. She is an affiliate, so it's in the show notes or wherever you're watching this. So if you love what we're doing here with our panelists and our live discussions, and you want the VIP, get all the replays, get all the goodies, then go on Terry's link so she can get some goodies too. Terry, what you blessing us with?
So I created a workshop that is going to touch on 3 points. It's going to touch on what season of life you're in as a mom, what systems you can use in different seasons, and then getting some clarity around that. So I feel like I feel like as moms, we're in different seasons. I always had a mix of seasons just because I've had so many kids. Um, and then what do the systems look like for each of those systems? It didn't look the same when they were all little as it does when some of them are now launched. What did it look like setting up my time frame of when I was going to work? How much flexibility do you need in different parts of your life? as a mom and a mompreneur, and then getting some clarity around that to move forward. So I just wanted to take the three different parts of what I feel like a business for a mom and do a workshop with it. And then there's a workbook that goes with it that you can spend time writing for yourself. Like, what does your life look like? Where are you at? And you can see the seasons change, and as seasons change, work life changes. It just happens naturally. So, yeah.
Amen. I say if you're listening to this, grab it, grab the VIP, because it's going to bless your life, especially when you're writing things down and you have seasoned people coming together and giving you some really like insightful things. Like we learn from that, right? So I know if you ever like, oh, I just want a coach or I just want someone to walk me through. I mean, this is pretty much your opportunity to get that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. I like to think about being a mentor to women. Like that's part of getting older is you do live some of life and you do have some mentoring. I mean, it's hard because you're like, oh my gosh, when did I get here? When did I get here and not have little ones trying to do this? But you do get to that point. And then you can take your wisdom from what you've learned and sharing it with other women matters.
That's why I feel like this is so important for us coming together and doing something like this and pouring into other moms that are growing businesses, because I feel as though it's kind of like I'm so thankful and I see the fruits of, I guess, my labor that, and I know it's not me, I know it's God Almighty blessing me, but I'm just thankful, right? I'm just thankful of like being allowed to steward over this and being allowed to, like, I get to do this and get to bring people together. Like, we need this. We need to feel like we're not alone in this, because what you're going through, we all have gone through a season. Like, Terry, how many times have you felt like giving up?
Oh my gosh. Do you want to know how many times I've worked on my resume and been like, oh, I'm just going to get a quote unquote real job. I mean, this is very much a real job, but so many times because it is hard. It is hard running your own business. It's hard. You have to be everything. And then you have to be everything for kids on top of it. So I mean, so many times, but I do have this feeling and thought that when God creates us to be entrepreneurs, that is who we were made to be. So I might as well just follow it. Because
we're
following is.
He's called us to it. We can't, it's almost like we don't have a choice. We got to be here.
Yeah.
We totally felt that. I felt that, like, okay.
Oh, I mean, so
pulled and drawn, right?
And questioned, like, what? Am I on the path? Am I not? But I do believe you know in your heart when you are on the right path.
So I hear after you have 3 kids, and you have that one more, it's like, it's easy. Because I have 3. That's what they say. They say, just, you know what, after the third one, once you pile down the other one, it's pretty much easy. I don't think so, but
I don't actually think mothering is easy. I think like some things were easier when number 4. Now my number 3 and 4 are the same ages. They are adopted, so they came home different times. So I kind of all had automatic twins. That wasn't easy, but what becomes easier is you are raising these other humans who then can really help you. And I mean, I've always asked my kids, and I talk about that in that workshop, like my kids have helped me. That is just part of it, being in our family. So that part is easier. I think grown kids are emotionally super challenging. Like you go from physically challenging to like, what? I don't even understand what you're saying. Being a mom is just hard and fulfilling altogether. But I will say this for every season, and I've been through every season now. My oldest is officially launched and on his own. There's beauty in every single season, and there's a gift of being their mom in every part. And grown children are amazing, just like babies are. So I just think it's just a beautiful process. And I don't know if it gets easier, but I feel like you just keep showing up.
Yes, no, thank you so much for coming on here, sharing your expertise. Terry, If there was one thing that you like, one word of wisdom for entrepreneurship and then one word of wisdom for motherhood, what would you say for entrepreneurship? Let's go there and then we'll go into motherhood.
Entrepreneurship is resilience. I think like, don't give up. Just keep showing up on the hardest days. Just keep going because the next day might not look that bad. And you have something for this role. I'm very bad at just one word, but it is resilient is the word for that.
No, I mean, well, it could be a phrase. It could be a paragraph. Like it was a golden nugget, you know?
Yeah.
And you would, because, we all have different experiences. I know, from what I've experienced, I can tell you, resiliency is, you have to have resiliency and grit. And there's going to be days that you do not want to do the work. And those are the days that count. Just like in working out,
Yes.
Oh my gosh, right? Okay, and now for motherhood.
I think motherhood, the word is unconditional love.
Mhm.
Like I feel like that is what being a mom is about. It's about showing up and loving them even when they're like, well, I don't even understand. At the end of my life, I want my kids to know that I love them with everything inside of me.
Amen. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Right? That's it. Like we want them to know that when they look back, like, you know what, my mom loved me. Like she was there for me. She, in her actions and what she did. Yeah, I like that. I love that one. I'm gonna ponder and meditate on that one. Salah. Terry,
Awesome.
Where can people find you?
So you can find me on my website at Terry Lynn Co. That's the best place to find me. I have rebranded my name. I'm working on it. I just decided to put it all in my name. So that's where I'm at. And I'm on socials at Terry Houghton. You can find me there. So I would love to connect. I love connecting with moms, and mompreneurs is my heart. So that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so catch Terry in our live panel discussion. All the details are in the ticket. So grab your free ticket. This is a free event. It's a free live virtual event. So come on, bring your questions, listen to the guests, because each day that our guest speakers are on is a day that you'll actually hear their talk for 24-hour access. And so please, join us, ask your questions, ask what you need to, and grab that VIP for the replays.
I can't wait. It's going to be an awesome summit. It'll be cool.
Well, thank you, Terry.
Thank you so much. It was great.
Wasn't that episode great? Terry brought so much truth, clarity, and compassion to this episode, and I know you felt it. From systems and support to asking for help to showing up in resilience, this is the kind of wisdom that stays with you. You know what I mean? If today's episode encouraged you or gave you that gentle nudge you needed, share it with another mompreneur who needs it too. And make sure to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your support helps us reach even more women who need these conversations. And don't forget, we still got one more day. We're going on day 3 at 1 p.m. EST. You can catch Terry and her presentation if you upgrade to the VIP ticket. So grab your VIP ticket, grab the freebies, and join us at 1 p.m. EST this third day, November 14th, inside Monetizing Mompreneurs Facebook group and inside CEO Moms Get Social Virtual Summit. Grab your free ticket, show up with your questions, and experience the teaching firsthand. All the links are in the show notes. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for showing up. And thank you for believing that all things are possible with God. Until next time, keep building with heart, with intention, and with the confidence that you're exactly where you're meant to be. Because you are, and I hope to see you in this season's Monetizing Mompreneur Virtual Summit. Go to monetizingmompreneur.com.